Hi, everybody. This is Saad for the Sad Truth. Very happy to see the wonderful response that I've been receiving regarding my recent chat with Jordan Peterson. All three parts of our chat have now been posted. I still have to post several clips within the queue, one of which is a chat I had with Jay Feza from the Rebel TV, and then also my appearance on Lalo Dagash's podcast. So I'll be posting these in the next couple of days. But I wasn't planning on posting anything today, but I thought that I might because something just happened that brought back uh, memories of an article I had written on my Psychology Today blog, I think in 2010, on the likelihood of a woman being taller than a man in a couple. And the reason why I thought of it is because my wife and I were sitting having a coffee at a local cafe, and then we noticed a couple passing by where that was the exact reality, where the woman was clearly taller than the man, and it caught my attention because it's actually an extraordinarily rare event. Now you might ask, how rare is it? Before I give you some uh, interesting figures, this is one of those cases that's referred to as assortative mating within the mating literature. So for example, the idea that birds of a feather flock together is one form of assortative mating. Those who are similar attract one another. This assortative mating would be when you're attracted to somebody who is different from you. So the most classic example from the evolutionary psychology literature when it comes to this assortative mating would be what is known as the major histocompatibility complex, which is a set of genes that, if you like, code your unique immunological profile. And so typically when we wish to mate with someone, we prefer the smell of people who end up having a MHC, a major histocompatibility complex, that is as different from ours as possible, because to the extent that that is linked to immunological profile, then you want your offspring to have maximal immunological defense coverage, if you'd like. And so that's one of the cases where you have this assortative mating. But for most traits, the literature certainly shows that the more similar you are, the more likely the union would be successful and so on. Now, when it comes to height, of course, the issue is not so much that the man be tall, although women do very much appreciate a tall guy. The question is, or the issue is, that the man be taller than the woman, right? So if it were the case that every man has to be over 6 feet tall, then a lot of a lot of men would be twiddling their thumbs. It is one of many attributes that are important, so it's a multi-attribute choice process. So even though you might be short, you can compensate for it by being socially dominant or successful or charismatic or intelligent or funny and so on and so forth, or handsome. So the bottom line is that when it comes to height, if you study how often it occurs that a woman is taller than a man, well, that study has been done, and that's actually been covered in the paper that I mentioned earlier in the article that I wrote for Psychology Today. So let me read it here. This is a paper by John Gillis and Walter Avis that was published in 1980. And I suspect that maybe others have conducted similar studies since, but that's sort of the classic study that I remember and that I cited here. Now, they looked at 720 actual couples. Guess how many of those couples uh, the woman was taller than the man. Let's see. So, any ideas? So 720 cases, how many is the woman taller than the man? Ready? One. A single one. So it is extraordinarily rare for naturally occurring couples to have a situation where a woman is taller than the man. There you have it, folks. It doesn't matter how tall you are, just make sure that you end up with someone who is shorter than you if you are a male. By the way, this poses a problem, of course, to women who are very tall, because then by definition it very much reduces the pool of prospective mates that they can go with, to the extent that women don't wish to be towering over a guy. if you're a 6 foot tall woman, then it naturally reduces the range of people that you could be with. So there you have it, folks. This shows you how just by walking around in the natural world, you notice things that then yield connections to actual scientific research. Hope you're having a great day. Talk to you soon. Ciao.